is a book, so they say, of records on each page. I turned my first leaf when I went upon the stage.
As you can see, we really like books at Rock Run House, and we're always buying more at book sales and yard sales and wherever we can find them. We picked up this one at a local book sale, The Country Kitchen Cookbook, and it goes from this guy who moved from New York City, I think, to Wisconsin, out in the country, and it's just a great time capsule of his stories of his neighbors and seasonal cooking and what we now call farm to table. And there are some odd recipes such as veal salad. I'm sure that I'll never have veal salad, but it's nice to know it's there if I want it. I always like buying cookbooks and books about kitchens. You'd think I was an amazing cook because I do this, but actually, no. The next one I got at this same sale is The Cook's Room, a celebration of the heart of the home. And it has all these important people like Terence Conran and MFK Fisher who wrote essays for it. And it features sort of old world style kitchens, a lot of hearths, copper pots, that sort of thing, from all over the world, Thailand to Italy to France. And it's just very inspiring and a lot more interesting than our antiseptic kitchens. Here's some copper in my poorly depicted photograph. Here's a coffee grinder, which I really, really want and probably will never have because now they're very expensive. But I can dream about that. The next book I want to talk about is Mary Randolph Carter's Family Style. She worked for Ralph Lauren for decades, and she is known for her junking abilities. She turns all sorts of junk into treasures. But this book is about her family traditions at her siblings and parents' house in Virginia in the 70s, 80s, maybe 90s. I don't know. It's beautiful and it's inspiring. And look, she inscribed it to me. Friends are family too. Warm thoughts, Mary Randolph Carter. Not really, but I bought this. Even though I already had a copy, I bought it because it had her autograph and the flyleaf, and that made me feel really special. I can pretend that she dedicated it to me. Inscribed it to me, but she didn't. The other book that I picked up is not a book about kitchens or cooking or family style, but it is a book by Rachel Field called Hitty, and it is a story of a doll who over the course of 100 years was passed around from family to family and nearly lost and found again. And it is very special. And I already have a copy of this as well, a new copy. I think it's still in print. But I loved this version of it with the beautiful book cover and then the Newbery Award sticker on the front because it's a worthy book and it should have won a Newbery Award. And I suggest this book, even if you don't have children or your children are out of the house, if you like social history at all, it's just a wonderful, delightful book to read. And you don't even have to love dolls, although that's kind of helpful because Hitty's a special doll. And I have a hard time saying her name because the name Hitty is just not one that you really want to say out loud if you can possibly help it. More books to come. That's going to be a regular feature, and it will give me an excuse to buy books.
So we have this great cave wall over here, or cliff wall really, with natural stone down here below. It goes all the way down to the spring and the spring house. A cliff wall that goes all the way down. There's 2 stories here below me into a spring house, all the way along the side of this floor, and then into this corner where there was a bathroom. For many, many years. And so a lot of this looks like something circa 1970s, wallboard paneling, really cheap stuff, 2x4s. Some of it's a great deal older, like these floor joists and this main beam across here. And then there's parts in this bathroom that look older than any of the rest of this floor. The rest of this floor is pretty old, but what was on it was very, very new. And then back in here, I don't know if you can see this, is some really old flooring, some really old tongue and groove stuff, and some kind of, It's not even linoleum. It feels like tar paper, but it's decorated like it was a floor surface. So you've got several layers. This is particle board right here. It's not that old. This is a tongue and groove floorboard that's really old, and on top of it was this, some kind of tar paper flooring. So this is quite a layered place, and it's just, in terms of the history of this this whole building I'm standing in, floor above me, 2 floors below me, we're kind of struggling to put the whole story together. So we're hoping to talk to a previous owner who we know, get him in here to talk us through what he knows. He was here from the 1990s up through, and then maybe some historical research too, to find out more about just when each of these layers were built, if we can do it. It's been really fun to explore and to try to figure out. But I just thought that flooring was pretty interesting down there. So I'm going to go ahead and go through it and try to get this floor out without falling through to my death, and then get this little shower stall out of here. And we'll be back down to the floor joists. These all seem to be in really good shape. They're super strong, but we need to go through them, one by one, and make sure, of course, and then figure out what interesting little thing we might be able to do with this cave wall.